Hello, I'm Brigantiablackbird of Blackbird's Brew. Happy Thursday, and welcome to this week's video where we discuss the Lughnasadh Feast. Lughnasadh is rapidly approaching, and it's time to make some decisions about the menu. Now, in all likelihood, the weather is going to be hot, as in extremely nasty hot. So I have been brainstorming some options that minimize the use of the oven. I don't care what kind of air conditioning you have. It could be the best air conditioning in the world, but if it's having to fight with both the weather and the oven at the same time, it makes for a really unpleasant, sticky environment. And during our celebrations, that's just not how I want to feel. However, there is one unavoidable exception to the oven rule, and that is for baking bread. It is traditional to do for Lughnasadh, and one of the other common names for Lughnasadh is Lammas, which literally means loaf mass. So obviously it's going to be quite difficult to celebrate the harvest of the grains without incorporating this tradition of bread making. So this year I'm going to make a flatbread, probably using a focaccia recipe that's been pretty reliable for me in the past, but any kind of bread I think would be absolutely appropriate. Now for the protein, it's going to depend on what's available a little bit closer to time. I have 3 ideas. One is to brown some hamburgers, spice it up, get it all nice. Another is to boil some chicken, shred it, add some good seasoning. But if we go to the grocery store and we happen to find a nice piece of fish, what I'd like to do is either grill it or pan fry it, make sure it's really yummy seasoned to bring out the best of the flavor. Then I'd like to get a variety of seasonal veggies and either grill or stir fry them. A lot of this depends on whether or not my husband happens to feel like grilling during Lughnasadh. That's much more his realm, and I do not enter his domain, and besides, I'm not particularly good at that. So if he cooperates, we will grill these things. If not, I will be doing a pan fry. But when I serve these things, I think I'll cut the flatbread into pieces and then top it with the meat and the veggies. Maybe figure out some kind of cheesy sauce. I'm not sure. It just depends. It really depends on the seasonings I end up using. But I think all stacked together, it would be quite yummy. Then for dessert, my plan is to get some vanilla ice cream, make some homemade fudge, and then top it off with seasonal berries. And not to worry, making homemade fudge is much easier than you think, and it can be done ahead of time. Then to drink, I'm thinking either a very light ale or a wine, but I would also like to have a non-alcoholic option, and so I thought of lavender lemonade. I have a recipe for that in one of my pagan cookbooks, and since I am growing a lavender plant, it might be ready for harvest when it comes time for the Lughnasadh celebrations. We'll have to see. I'm going to stay flexible on that point. But I think overall the general plan will make for a very good seasonal feast, and that really captures the spirit of what Lughnasadh is like, at least in my neck of the woods. But now it's your turn. What are you making for Lughnasadh, and what has guided your menu choices? I would love to hear your ideas. You can tell me about it in the comment section below, or you could come onto Discord at Blackbird's Brew. There's a link to join in the description box below, and once you're there and among us, you can just kind of share your ideas, general chit chat, or in our Lughnasadh channel, wherever you just like to have this conversation. But you never know, maybe you'll be able to swap recipes with someone or get better ideas. There's a lot of different possibilities once we get our heads together, so hopefully we'll see you there soon. But for now, I think that will do it for this video, and I will see you next time. Bye.